Hey everybody, today I wanted to talk to you all about a question that I've received recently. Can I take my kids on vacation even though I'm in the middle of a custody battle? And that's a great question. And obviously people love taking their kids on trips and love being able to do that. That changes a little bit during a custody battle. When a divorce or legal separation action starts in Colorado, there is something called the automatic temporary injunctions under 1410-107. And one of those injunctions prevents either parent from removing the children from the state of Colorado without an agreement of the parties or an order from the court. And that's not just talking about permanent removals, like moving to a different state. That's talking about temporary removals. A temporary removal would be a vacation out of state. So if you're talking about going to Utah for a 3-day hike, if you're talking about taking the kids to Disney, you're talking about going out of state, and that is prohibited by the temporary injunctions without an agreement of the parties or an order of the court. Now, generally what happens in most cases is you're able to agree, even though you and your spouse are in the middle of a divorce or in the middle of a custody battle. If it's a previously planned vacation, if you know exactly when you're leaving and how long you'll be gone and when you're coming back, and you provide the itinerary to your spouse, generally that's not going to be an issue if they know how long you're going, when you're coming back, you're going to a safe place, and doing something that's fun for your kids. Hopefully the best way to resolve that is to get an agreement. In the most highly contested custody cases, even something as simple as taking your kids on vacation for a trip may be disputed and your spouse may not agree. In that event, the only way you can do that under the law, under these temporary injunctions, is to get a court order. And as ridiculous as that sounds, you may have to do that. The way you do that is file a motion to ask the court to grant you permission to take your kids out of state on vacation. And in most cases, that's going to be granted by the court. It may not look great for your spouse, who is trying to stand in the way of that if they don't have a bona fide reason to stop you from doing that. So the answer to your question, if you want to take your kids out of state in a custody battle, you need an agreement of the parties or an order of the court. If you are taking them on vacation here within the state of Colorado, that's okay. As long as you're not removing them from the state, you're allowed to do so.